Yeah, if you're coaching Woburn right now, you're telling your players they've beaten us on fast breaks four times or so. We got to get back. Can't give up layups.
So now that we have a moment, we can again go through the Arlington starting five. Number 1, Dennis Ho, a senior forward. Number 5, Marcus Jean Jacques. He's a sophomore guard. Number 10, Miles Hess, senior tri-captain. Number 14, Henry Burns, senior tri-captain. And number 24, Rowan Paoli Newton, also a senior. For Woburn, their starting five is number 2, Michael Chiodo. Number 4, Will Kupris. Number 10, Dylan McLaughlin. Number 11, Joe Gattuso. And number 34, Brett Tizzolo. Head coach of the Tanners is Tom Sullivan. Coach Sullivan has been the head coach of the Tanners for quite some time. And as I started to say, the coach of the Spy Ponders is Jack Woods in his second season. He's assisted by Mike Palladino, Matt Woods, Joe Granato, and Mark Regan. Good defense by Arlington. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It will remain Tanner ball. .23 on Woburn's shot clock. 5:27 to go first quarter. Spy Ponders lead at 6-2. Again, Arlington with the man-to-man defense. A little backdoor cut again there as Paoli Newton came over for the double team, and that led to a backdoor cut. Woburn unable to convert. And now on the rebounding action, a foul committed by Woburn.
Yeah, he did a little bit of a push into the back of the Arlington defender, just enough to get the rebound. Good call.
Is that Brett Tizzolo, number 34, picks up the foul? His first, second on the team. Ho on the drive, no. Before the shot, a blocking foul, and I think that's going to go against number 34, Tizzolo, as well. So Tizzolo picks up 2 quick ones. Now checking into the Woburn lineup is number 35, Tyler that's number 15. That's Jake Picotta. And he replaces Tizzolo, who picked up that second foul. 3 team fouls on the Tanners. 3-point shot, Miles says no good. And now, are they going to get Burns on a rebounding foul?
I think they have Burns going over the back.
And that's going to cause Coach Woods to go to the bench and replace Burns, who picked up that second foul. And he's going to go to Aiden Wood McGinty, senior tri-captain, another one of Arlington's returning players. Wood McGinty, really one of the leaders on and off the floor for Arlington. And if you remember last year, he led the team in charges taken. So very smart, heady defensive player. And he tried to take a charge there.
Yeah, travel.
But before the contact, traveling violation committed by the Tanners.
Trying to do a little bit too much.
But
wasn't there.
But you can see Woog McGinty establishing that position. Remember now, in high school basketball, unlike college and pro, you don't have that little half-moon semicircle smiley face thing, if you will, so you can set up defensively really any way you want, but I don't think officials like it when you set up right underneath the basket. But as long as you get legal guarding position, you can take a charge, and that's what Woog McGinty is great at. Here's Paoletti Newton, his first shot, I believe, of the season, no good. Woog McGinty with the offensive board, gets it back out to Paoletti Newton, and Arlington will reset the offense. Ho gets a technical foul called, as Ho was driving to the basket. I thought he might have been called for traveling, but instead...
Yeah, so what happened on that rebound is 21 for Arlington McGinty. A little bit of a push, and that's why he was able to get that offensive rebound. And I think Coach of Woburn was upset that he didn't get that call.
Yeah, Coach Sullivan was very upset, and he is still yelling at that official down low. Picks up the technical foul.
Yeah, he might have a short afternoon. I think at some point you got to lay off. You made your point. He can see the referee going back, probably saying, okay, you got your pound of flesh, but that's my call and respect it.
And he's still continuing as Paoletti Newton makes both free throws. Paoletti Newton, Kev, last year, he shot 85% from the free throw line. So that's the guy you want taking those technical foul shots, that's for sure. So on the technical foul, Arlington gets the 2 points. They also get possession of the basketball at the division line and a new shot clock. Inside, Hess has the position, goes up strong with the left hand, and puts it up and in.
Nice soft lefty shot.
Now they try to dump it inside. Maybe a travel violation there by Newton that got it not called. Rebound, Hess. He's double teamed. He loses it. He felt like he was hacked. No call. They play on, and Woburn gets the ball down 10-2, a little more than halfway through the first quarter. And on the baseline, a little spin move and sky hook shot there is no good. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Arlington ball.
I think one official was starting to point towards Woburn's direction, but the lead official had Arlington ball.
3:28 remaining, first quarter. Spy Ponders lead at 10-2. Marcus Jean-Jacques, the Arlington point guard, sophomore, had a fantastic freshman season last year. Hess into the paint, had it stripped away, but Arlington retains possession. Paoletti Newton, top of the circle.
Nice pick.
Long three-pointer by Paoletti Newton. No. Paoletti Newton made 41 threes last year, so that's something that's going to definitely be part of the Arlington offense, is him taking threes. A nice little drive here by Woburn. Ball's kicked out. Great defense there by Arlington on a deflection. It will remain Woburn ball, but another, a lot of coaches, they like when players get hands-on passes, and that's exactly what Arlington did there.
Yeah, we're up high. I'm wondering if the players can hear the whistles as well as, or as poorly as we can, because it's just a different atmosphere for the refs having to use hand whistles.
Now Jaden Williams, number 3, the sophomore, checks into the Arlington lineup. He replaces Miles Hess. 7 on the shot clock for the Tanners. They're going to have to take one soon here. The forced one up, no. And I'm going to say they're going to get Rube McGinty with the body on that one.
I think Woburn got away with a little bit of a travel. Number 2, Michael Chiodo, I'm sorry, looked like he traveled, took an extra step, got away with it, and then Arlington got called for the foul. Another new COVID rule for the free throws. There'll be no one in the lane for the first one. Only when the shot can be contested is when they'll have 2 on each team inside the paint.
Now that's an MIAA modification in conjunction with the NFHS. So some of you folks out there that have younger siblings, or you parents that have younger children, you might not see this in your youth leagues, but you will in a high school varsity game.
Number 5, Jean-Jacques was trying to get in there, and you can't. You can only have 2 from each team.
And that includes the shooter for the offensive team.
And these are both refs confirming that rule, because it's all new to everyone.
And of course, now the referees have to be really cognizant of those outside 4 people who cannot go in until the ball hits the rim. And you're going to see teams have people crash heavily on those. Well, the free throw is made by Woburn, and they cut the Arlington lead down to 10-3 with 2:25 remaining. Great move there by Rowan Paoletti Newton. He goes strong to the hole. Can't convert, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, McGinty's probably had 5 or 6 nice picks, but almost in the way of a moving pick. We'll see if that gets called later on in the game, but he's really opening things up for his teammates.
First free throw by Paoletti Newton is no good. That foul was picked up by Woburn's number 3, Lucas Maya, who checked into their lineup recently. His first, team's 5th. So both teams in a little bit of foul trouble. Yeah, they were wrong that first time. I don't know if they were wrong. Maybe the other team elected not to have a player in there, but I think you can have 2 each.
2 each in the shooter, I believe
and the shooter,
what it is. Which
is advantageous to the offense sometimes, because no one can box out the shooter. And how many times we see the shooter get that rebound? And so that's going to be another thing for coaches to work on. Maya, jump shot is good. Lucas Maya with the first basket for him on the afternoon, and it's 11-5 Spy Ponders.
Lazy pass up.
And players on the floor hustling. Woburn saves, but unfortunately it goes right to well, fortunately for Arlington, unfortunately for Woburn, he saved it right to Ho. Ho tried to get it to Williams. It didn't work, but it will remain Arlington ball.
Yeah, I believe the Woburn coach is upset because he said, "Who are you saving that for? The ball is going out of bounds, and you're really not supposed to save it under your own basket." Arlington should have had a nice layup there. Woburn got lucky. Arlington couldn't convert.
Now getting into the Spy Ponder lineup for the first time is Luca Ruggiero, a senior returning player. And he replaces Marcus Jean-Jacques. So Jean-Jacques will be out of the Arlington lineup. We'll see who runs the point. Ruggiero missed a good part of last season with injury, so Arlington really looking for him to be an integral part of the team. A good three-point shooter, that one just a little bit off. Again, Woog McGinty battling on the boards. Again, Woog McGinty on the ground hustling. That's what you're going to see from Woog McGinty, Kevin. All, like you said, setting picks, offensive rebounds, taking charges. Just an all-around hustle player for Arlington.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a foul. I probably would have let that one go.
No, they're out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
He was out of bounds when he made contact with the ball. Now,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
a silly foul. That's going to be a three-point foul on Dennis Ho. You got to jump straight up. He jumped at him.
You know, another adjustment that I think will be for the free throw shooters. You're used to having your teammates and the opponents on the lane, and for at least one, in this case 2 of the 3 shots, you're going to have nobody there. It's like shooting a technical foul, and some shooters don't like that. Some are uncomfortable with that situation.
I was just going to say, it's like every free throw is a technical now, it seems. Arlington's trying to substitute, but again, they won't substitute until the second free throw's been shot.
Well, so far, it doesn't seem to bother number 10, Dylan McLaughlin. He has made the first 2 of his 3. Ooh, that's a little early. Ruggiero might have been a little early there. He's going to have to be careful. Now, Arlington with the long pass to Ruggiero. He is fouled on the play. He'll go, they're going to say on the floor. Ruggiero did a smart thing. He threw the ball up there to try to get the shots. They're going to say he was not shooting, and it will be Arlington ball on the baseline.
I understand what the ref is saying. They might be changing it because when he gets fouled, he's taking that second step to complete the layup. So I believe that should have been a shooting foul, and I think they've corrected it. And Coach Sullivan's probably not going to be happy.
No, I think the referees were conferring to see if it went in, but it clearly did not. And it'll be 2 free throws for Luca Ruggiero. Ruggiero misses the first free throw. Arlington substituting for the first time today. Number 23, Will Safak, into the lineup.
Don, the other thing I'll say is I'll give the kids credit because they really, you know, these are new rules for everyone, but they seem to have adjusted to them already. What a difference, you know, a year makes.
Ruggiero hits one of the 2. Spy Ponders lead at 12-8 with 1:10 remaining.
Stepped out of bounds.
The player's not out of bounds, and I think the Woburn player will maintain that maybe Jaden Williams gave him a little help out of bounds, but they elect to just call the out of bounds violation, and it will be Arlington ball. 1:11 to go. Spy Ponders lead it by 4. Safak's got to be careful with that pick. You don't want to have too wide of a frame there.
Oh, nice finish with the left hand.
Beautiful drive by Marcus Jean-Jacques. First basket of the night for Jean-Jacques. The Spy Ponders lead increases to 6. Short baseline jump shot there is no good. Jean-Jacques with the rebound, and he is called for traveling. Kevin, as you mentioned, Coach Woods is saying you got to look up because they have people streaking on every rebound, which Arlington must feel confident that they can out-rebound this Woburn team, and they're releasing players on every shot. 45 seconds remaining, first quarter. Spy Ponders lead it by 6.
Good man defense. Gonna be able to help.
3-point shot here is up and short. Rebound. That shot looked like it may have been blocked by Miles Hess. Again, Arlington has people leaking out early. Here comes Jean-Jacques, puts it up, poked the basket. Marcus Jean-Jacques will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
So that's just a great example of Jean-Jacques creating a little bit of the contact, absorbing the contact, and then finishing nice and soft. That's a nice layup.
Number 0, Simon Hess, will be making his first appearance in a varsity uniform for the Spy Ponders. Of course, the younger brother of tri-captain Miles Hess. Jean-Jacques unable to complete the 3-point play. Spy Ponders lead at 16-8. Shot clock is off. Game clock shows 17 seconds remaining for the Tanners. A little kick-out pass leads to a 3-point shot. That might be a little early for Woburn. Arlington could get a final shot here. Hess has a ball. Oh, it looked like that ball might have been deflected on the pass.
I don't know physically how that could have been off Arlington. Unless it was an errant pass, I thought it was deflected.
Yes, Simon Hess got the outlet. He was looking down court, and the ball went out of bounds and apparently was not touched, and it will be Woburn ball. So with 5.7 seconds left, Woburn can get a final shot. They're
Oh,
gonna
they
get
got a
it
good
off.
look. Good look.
Three-point shot, no, by number 11. Joe Gattuso is off the mark, and that will be the end of the first quarter. So at the end of one, Arlington leads at 16-8. And here's another small change that we'll discuss right now is now instead of having, I think it used to be 1 minute
1 minute, now it's 2 minutes.
between all quarters. So you will have a 1 minute, 2 minutes here instead of 1 minute, and then only a 2-minute halftime, and then 2 minutes between the third and fourth quarters. So, and I know some leagues aren't even allowing practice time during these intervals. So kind of strange to, well, not so much now because this is semi-normal, but it's just going to be a little bit longer. But halftime, you're not going to see the teams go to the locker rooms. You're not going to see the players warming up for the second half.
Nope.
And, you know, another change. And so if you folks at home, you parents and fans and friends of the players, we miss be seeing you here today and hope that this brings you some joy seeing your friends and family play here live from the courtesy of ACMi. And I think this is the way it's going to be for the season unless something else happens. And we look forward to bringing you 5 Arlington games. The schedule this year is also funky in terms of the number of games will be 10. Arlington will play 5 teams from the Liberty section of the Middlesex League, if you will. They play 2 games against 5 different opponents, 1 home, 1 away, for a total of 10 games. There'll be no postseason tournament. I don't know if they will have a Middlesex League champion per se. All those things remain to be seen. And a nice defense
Nice
there by
steal.
Woburn causes the steal, and a lefty lay-in by number 4, Will Coopers.
There seems to be some confusion between Arlington point guard and off guard.
16-10 Arlington. Try to check the 5 for Arlington. We get a chance. What a great baseline drive by Miles Hess. He might have been hit on that play, too.
I don't know how he didn't step out of bounds. That was a nice move.
Half dozen for Miles. Arlington lead is back up to 8. 18-10, just underway second quarter. Oh, nice little lefty pass there. Beautiful block by Safak, but I guess he might have gone him with the body, too. And Will Safak will pick up his first foul.
So that's a classic example of watching the block and saying, how is that a foul? He got him with his forearm in the body, and then that was the foul, and then he made a nice clean block after.
Let's check the 5 for Arlington to begin the second quarter. Number 3 is Jaden Williams. Number 10 is Miles Hess. Number 5 is Marcus Jean-Jacques. Number 23 is Will Safak. And number 1, Dennis Ho. Safak will check out of the spy punter lineup, and he's replaced by Aiden Woog McGinty. Henry Burns picked up 2 fouls early in this game, and kind of I think it might be Coach Wood's philosophy to not risk it to have Burns pick up a 3rd in the first half. We'll see if he comes back in at any point here in the second quarter, or if Jack Woods will wait until the 3rd quarter to put him back into the lineup.
Long shots producing long rebounds. Woburn has 2 offensive rebounds in this possession.
Both teams will be in the bonus going forward. Woburn has committed 7 team fouls, and the Spy Punters have committed 6. So we will be shooting free throws. Now here's an example of a number 2 not keeping his mask up, and we'll see if the referees, how strictly they enforce the mask rule. Now 3 on the shot clock. Woburn gets a very, very difficult shot as he had to put it up there. Number 10, Dylan McLaughlin, and he hit it. And
Yeah.
now let's see what we have out here.
Nice possession by Woburn, and then just kind of a silly foul. He was riding Jacques Jean the whole way down, and you knew at some point they were going to just get him for a foul.
And that will put Marcus Jean-Jacques at the line for a 1-and-1.
Again, because it's 1-and-1, there will be people in the free throw lane. And the kids have adjusted well to it. I'm really impressed with how they've adjusted to these strange new rules.
Rowan Paoletti-Newton, number 24, back into the Spy Ponder lineup. Jean-Jacques hits the front end of the 1-and-1.
Well, if you notice, they're going in on this shot, and it should be on the touch of the rim. So
Yeah, they're going early.
I've got to look in and see if that's a change because of the COVID protocols or not. But just about every free throw, they're going in on the release and not on the hit.
As far as I know, that has not changed. So, again, it's going to be up to that Trill official. He's going to have a lot to watch.
Yep.
2012 Ponders. 10 on the shot clock. Again, great deep. A little Euro step there. And they're going to get number 10, Dylan McLaughlin, on an offensive foul.
McGinty just doing those little things. He stood his ground. Could have been just a no call, but if anything, it was going to be an offensive foul. Nice job holding his ground.
A lot of times that Euro step looks like a travel, but it wasn't. And I think Woburn probably would have been better served had it been called a travel, as opposed to the player picking up an offensive foul. But again, Woog McGinney grabbed that position and got the call.
Yep. Not a shooting foul, so Arlington will just take it out of bounds.
Try to check the Woburn 5 for you. Number 3 is Lucas Meyer. Number 4 is Will Kupris. Number 14. Excuse me, that's number 34. So Brett Tezzulo with 2 fouls back into the Tanner lineup. Coach Sullivan electing to take that chance with his team down by
a double
8
dribble.
points. And double dribble is called. Number 10, Dylan McLaughlin in there for the Tanners. Also number 11 is Joe Gattuso, rounding out the 5 for the Tanners.
So another COVID rule, the defender is supposed to be 6 feet back as the referee now moves him back a little bit. That's not 6 feet, but another change for hopefully just 1 year.
Little pull-up short jump shot there is no good. Moog McGinty with the rebound, and Gene Jocks ahead of the pack, and he lays in. Ooh, maybe another year. He might throw that down.
Yeah, good job. He didn't have a good angle for the backboard. That was just straight into the rim. Beautiful layup. Nice job.
22-12 Ponders. 5.5 to go, second quarter. 3-point shot is good by Lucas Meyer.
Good defense, good shot.
Meyer, the leading scorer for the Tanners with 5, and chops into the Arlington lead. 22-15 Ponders. 5:20 to go, second quarter. Lefty shot up, no, for Gene Jacques, but he's fouled on the play. He'll go to the line for 2.
The other thing is, don't underestimate, these kids playing with masks on. It's just a little bit tougher to breathe. So I wonder if that's going to affect rotations or, kids play in general.
Yeah, and I think for basketball, it really might be one of the tougher sports to do it. When you have lacrosse and soccer, as Gene Jacques makes the first free throw, you're on a big field and you're not involved in the play all the time. In basketball, you're pretty much always involved in the play,
right?
If not immediately, very soon. So you really don't get a chance. Like if you're a soccer defender and the ball's in the front end of the field, you can lower that mask and get a little bit of a break. But basketball, they have to keep that mask on constantly. And
plus you're playing outside in those other sports where here you're inside, so it's different.
Yep. Gene Jacques knocks them both down. He's in double figures for the Spy Ponders, has 10 of the Arlington 24, and the Ponders lead it by 9 with 5:15 to go, second quarter. A nice little entry pass there, but Ho got a hand on it.
I think they said he stepped out of bounds.
Woburn ball. Now they reset the shot clock. I don't think they should have done that, unfortunately, because there was not a change of possession. I'm sure Coach Woods hasn't noticed that yet. Now here's another change real quickly. When the ball goes out of bounds on the baseline for the offense, they will not inbound it on the baseline. They will inbound it on the sideline, foul line extended. But Arlington's going to have to play a little bit more defense than they normally would have because of the shot clock reset. It was, again, no change of possession, just a ball that was knocked out of bounds.
That's going to be a foul.
And that's not a good foul by Miles way out here, almost at mid-court, because Woburn is in the bonus, and it's going to put Woburn at the line for a 1-and-1.
The other thing is with COVID, I don't think players and referees want to be that close all the time that much. So I think that could have been a call, just even if it was a COVID foul, just because he's just too close and too much contact.
Luca Ruggiero back into the Arlington lineup. He replaces Miles Hess. For Miles, that was his second foul. 7th on the team. And McLaughlin, Gattuso hits the front end of the 1-and-1.
Woburn hanging around.
Two of 2 for Gattuso. Spy Ponders still maintaining a 7-point lead, 24-17.
Excellent pick and roll.
McGinty dump pass. Arlington really unselfish with the basketball in this possession. Newton Paoletti with a baseline jump shot is good.
That was good possession by Arlington. McGinty didn't have it at the pick and roll. He kicked it out. Good possession.
A nice pass there, and the layup is good.
Number 15, I think that was Jake
Pacoda. His first basket of the game, and Woburn answers the Arlington basket with 2 of their own, so it remains a 7-point Arlington lead. Nice little entry pass, didn't work. Follow good, no good. Again, up, no good. Ho again, no. 4 chances for the Spy Ponders, couldn't get the roll. Here comes Woburn back the other way.
Kick it out for a three.
Is Kupris. No. And the loose ball comes down to Paoletti Newton. Paoletti Newton, tricky dribble, strong to the basket, lays it up, can't get the hole with another offensive rebound. This time the putback goes for Dennis Ho.
Nice one-handed putback.
He had a couple of those on the last possession that just wouldn't fall. This one does. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Woburn. Arlington ball.
And that's not trying to be flashy. That I think with him, he felt like if I bring the ball down, I might get a block, so I'm up in the air and I'll just tap it in.
Yep. For Arlington, number 3, Jaden Williams, and number 23, Will Safak, checking back into the lineup, replacing Newton Paoletti and Woog McGinty. Is Jaden Williams to the basket. A lot of body there, and that will be a foul called against Woburn's number 3, Lucas Maya, and Jaden Williams will go to the line with a chance for his first points of the night, or the day, I should say. And the first free throw is no good. Checking into the Tanner lineup for the first time today is number 12, J.J. Merlin.
Arlington may want to get someone else in there.
Yeah, I think if I were doing this, I would want a second person in there, if nothing else, to occupy the other rebounder to give your shooter a chance.
Correct.
To get that free rebound. Williams hits 1 of 2, extends the Arlington lead up to double figures. I believe this is Arlington's largest lead of the game. And you are correct, traveling violation called against Woburn, and Arlington can extend their 10-point lead with 3:18 remaining second quarter.
I'm not sure.
I believe that went off the Woburn leg. Of course, the whole Woburn bench did not think so. 10 on the shot clock for Arlington.
Don't force.
Ruggiero for 3. He's got it.
Shot. If you're Woburn, you might want to think about calling a timeout. It's 13-point lead now. You don't want it to get any higher than this.
32-19 Ponders, 2:45 remaining, second quarter. Arlington with their largest lead of the day. Oh, that was a good head.
Oh, I think he got him on the wrist. The trail official made that call. I think it was the right call.
That was a great head fake there by Joe Gattuso. Got the Arlington player up. And the foul called. Gattuso hits the first.
Arlington up 12 with a little bit over 2.5 minutes to go. Let's see if Arlington looks to run on a rebound.
Luca Ruggiero having a polite conversation with the outside official who made that last call. They seem to make their points nicely to each other, and we move on. 2 free throws for Woburn, and the Arlington lead is now 32-21 with 2:29 remaining, second quarter. Jaden Williams for 3, around the rim and out.
Good box out by Woburn. Arlington gets back.
3-point shot by Merlin. No. Nice strong rebound by Safak.
He's looking to shoot there. Nope.
Yes, indeed, he is going to take it. Came up a little bit short. Great offensive rebound by Will Safak. Now the ball's knocked around. Last touch by Woburn. A couple of elbows and noses got involved there. Both players seem to be okay. Safak for Arlington and Merlin for the Tanners.
Referee pointed to the baseline and realized it's got to be on the sideline.
That's right. It'll be interesting how the referees position themselves when that happens too, because that's a long way to go for that lead official to bounce it to the sideline and then get back to the baseline, which is his natural position. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Arlington. Woburn ball. 1:52 remaining first half. Ponders still lead it by 11, 32-21.
Again, straight up man. Nice help. Good defense. Oh, they're going to get Gene Jock with the foul. Let his player get position on him.
Gene Jock picks up that foul. I believe that's his first, 9th on the team. This is a 2-shot foul, so next foul for Arlington will be foul number 10. And so now both teams will be in the double bonus for the final minute 29 of this first half.
The other interesting thing Coach Woods is doing is he's having Gene Jock in on the baseline block for free throws. I think he wants that rebound to get kicked out real quick and run a fast break. So he wants his point guard to have the ball. Right there.
Exactly what's happening here.
On
Here
cue.
he goes. Gene Jock kicks it out to Ho. Ho had the baseline, lost control of it for a moment. Woburn comes up with the loose change. Well, that's a tough shot. Going to your left, taking the three-pointer, no. But Woburn able to come up with the rebound and putting it up and in with a kind of a circus shot was Gattuso.
Yep. Got himself in a little bit of trouble and got himself out of it with a two-pointer.
32-23 punters, 1 minute remaining in the first half. Ooh, that might have been a travel.
That was a travel. They got away with it, and there was a foul. They got away with it.
And
they called it out of bounds. I think it hit the side of the backboard, as you know, is in, but I think it hit the black piping right behind that, which is out.
That's correct. So Arlington's going to make some substitutions. They're going to take Dennis Ho out of the lineup for the final 50-something seconds, and he's replaced by number 4, Ben Platt.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if he came back in if Arlington gets the possession back, but you don't want him getting a silly foul with less than a minute to go in the half.
Arlington by 9, 43 seconds to go. Gene Jock saves it, but he was on the end line when he did. It'll be Woburn ball, and again, they have to remember to take that ball on the sideline. Arlington has to keep 6 feet, as Kevin mentioned earlier, instead of the old 3 feet. $15 on the shot clock for Woburn, 33 on the game clock.
Oh, they're going to call for a foul. He had the position, but he got him on the wrist a little bit, and that's going to be a two, like you said, Don, that's foul number 10, so that's going to be a 2-shot foul. And as Coach Woods is saying, he dribbled right into it. He had him in trouble, but a little bit of a silly reach there.
First free throw is good by Gattuso. Of course, that's one thing we're going to find too is, a lot of times the communication with the officials is clouded or lessened by crowd noise. But with no fans here, and Coach Woods, he's got a strong voice, and you can hear him all the way across the floor here.
No box out. If I'm Woburn, I hope for the last shot.
Yeah, it's only about less than a second differential in the 2 clocks. Little floater there is no good. What a nice job by number 11, Gattuso, to get that rebound and tap it out to a wide open teammate who missed the 3-point shot. Ball's out of bounds. Woburn ball. Shot clock off. 16.6 seconds remaining in the half. Arlington by 8.
Good man-to-man defense.
10 seconds. If you're Arlington, you really don't want to commit a foul here now. Arlington tries for the double team. Now the triple team. They get the shot off. 3-pointer at the buzzer. No. Great defense by Arlington. They hedged, they doubled, they tripled, they kicked out. Forced a tough 3-point shot at the end, and it did not go. So at the end of the first half, it's the Spy Ponders 32 and the Tanners 24. Kevin, first half thoughts?
Obviously, my first time seeing Arlington play. It's their first game. I don't know if they have any zone in them or they're going to go full man-to-man the whole time. With the 3-point shot being what it is, you'd like to maybe play a little 3-2 late in the game, take away that 3-pointer. But good man-to-man defense, very solid man-to-man defense, good helping. And offensively, they're patient and they're breaking when possible. So all in all, good half for the Spy Ponders.
Yeah, 8-point halftime lead, and first game, and talking to Coach Woods before the game, and he really wants to be a competitive team that can play multiple styles. And the one thing he told us is that he wants to be aggressive on both ends of the floor. And I'd say you can check mark there for Coach Woods. Certainly aggressive on both ends of the floor. So now here we have another COVID protocol with the changing of the balls. They suggest that each team have 4 or 5 game balls at the ready. Then the table personnel have to be socially distanced. It's crazy, but these are the adjustments and the modifications. And as you mentioned, Kevin, the players are doing a great job with it. I'm sure the coaches don't like only having 2 minutes to talk to their team at halftime, though. I mean, you're a former coach yourself, and you don't want to talk to the team for the whole 10 minutes because the attention span of 15 to 18-year-old kids is short. But if you want to make halftime adjustments, you really got to get them in quick.
Well, I guess the way you could look at it is at least they're getting 2 minutes each quarter, so you can make quarter adjustments versus having to take, like you said, 10 minutes to make halftime adjustments. The thing I like about this difference is, like you said, the coaches might talk for 5 minutes and then you go out there and shoot layups or what have you, but teams don't really get cold because you're only out there for 120 seconds versus being off the court for 10 minutes. So, again, I hope it's just a one-year adjustment, but just to see the kids playing is great to see.
So as we mentioned, it's only a 10-game season for the Spy Ponders, so each game, if they are going to have any kind of Middlesex League champions in each of the divisions, each game is critical. And let's see here, the 5 teams in Arlington will be playing are Woburn, Lexington, Winchester, Reading, and Belmont. From what we understand, Lexington might be down a little bit this year, but Winchester, of course, are crosstown rival. Reading's usually tough, and Belmont, I think they may have won the league the last 2 or 3 years, so they're always tough. So that's going to be a tough grind for the Spy Ponders. So this is one I'm sure that Coach Woods wants to get. It's the opening game of the season. It's the home opener. And, it's a lot easier to coach the kids for another, because the next game's not for another week against Woburn. I believe they play next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday, January 9th at Woburn. So, that's a long week when you start out the season 0-1. You'd much rather be 1-0 and build on that.
Yeah, if you're Arlington, this is your game to lose. You're bigger than them. You're faster than them. You're more physical. So just play smart. And Arlington should do well.
Yeah, if Arlington does what they did in the second half, what they did in the first half, they should come away with a W.
The only other thing is you don't want to get into foul trouble because you don't know how deep Arlington is. They've done a nice job of rotating some players, but you'd like to have your starting 5 in there late in the game.
Well, Arlington did a pretty good job with some of that, Kevin, because if you remember, Henry Burns, our starting center, he committed 2 fouls within the first 5 minutes of the game, and he did not return to the Arlington lineup.
Yeah, he's out there now.
Of course he is. And then Miles Hess, he picked up his second probably maybe with 6 or so minutes left in the second quarter, and he did not return. So Coach Woods was able to get away with holding on to those players, not letting them pick up their third, and still walking out of the first half with an 8-point lead. So Arlington will have the same 5 that began the game for them. Number 5, Marcus Jean Jacques. That's number 24.
Nice steal by number 24.
Rowan Paoletti Newton, but apparently he stepped out of bounds. Again, hard to hear those whistles. Number 10, Miles Hess. Number 14, Henry Burns. And number 1, Dennis Ho, the 5 for the Spy Ponders. Woburn also with the 5 that began the game for them. Number 2, Michael Chiodo. Number 4, Will Coopers. Number 10, Dylan McLaughlin. Number 11, Joe Gattuso. And number 34, Brett Tizzolo.
Straight man-to-man again.
Long 3 from the wing is no good. Here's Jean Jacques for the rebound. He's got Ho ahead of the pack. He gets it to him. There was a little bit of contact there, but just incidental contact. Good non-call.
Good no call by the official.
Loose ball, fast break, pass, and knocked out of bounds by the Woburn player. I think they reset the shot clock on that one too, and probably should not have been. And so Arlington will get the same advantage that Woburn did, but Arlington takes the quick shot, don't score in this possession, and hang on to that 8-point lead.
Travel. Yep.
Paoletti
might have
Newton.
gotten away with a little bit of a grab, but the referee just saw the drag into the foot and called it a travel.
7:11 remaining, second quarter. Ponders lead it by 8. Three-point shot by Paoletti Newton from the corner, no good. Ho with the offensive rebound, puts back up, no. Gets another offensive rebound, puts it up again. And
Nice
the hard
job.
work by Dennis Ho pays off with a bucket.
You love to see that fight. Keep going up strong. Good job.
And so that's great for the rebounding numbers. It's not so great for the shooting percentage, but Dennis Ho working hard. He now has 8 points into the lane there. He went into the trees, did Gattuso. And again, we had a problem with the shot clock being reset on the blocked shots. Now the officials will try to figure out how much time should be put back on there. 18 is the number they come up with. Woburn will get the
Opening
ball.
day for the shot clock operator as well.
And that's a tough job, shot clock operator. I'm not kidding. Pete, I'd much rather do the game clock than the shot clock. That's for sure. Paoletti
Oh,
Newton.
great look.
Yeah.
Ho was looking for a rebound, which, you know, he probably should have. It was a nice jump shot opportunity, but unselfish pass. You don't mind those. You don't mind those every once in a while, as a coach.
.6:12 remaining second quarter. Ponders lead it by 10. Woburn yet to score in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, both
this
teams
third
came out a
quarter.
little sluggish, but which is strange because again it was only a 2-minute intermission. Arlington looking to run. Ho's open.
That time Paoletti Newton took the jump shot, came up a little bit short. Woburn back the other way.
That's just a forced shot by Woburn.
Chiodo for three. For three. Here comes Marcus Jean-Jacques. He goes strong to the basket, lays it up. No, but a blocking foul will be called against Joe Gattuso for Woburn.
Yeah, Arlington's just too quick for this Woburn team.
Again, the players are lining up for free throws, just out of habit. And of course, they'll get off that lane for the first of 2 free throws.
As you said, though, Henry didn't play much in the first half because of the 2 quick fouls, so he's not used to the protocols maybe.
And here comes head of basketball operations, Tim Schuler, out with the dry mop to take care of the sweat on the floor.
Even though there's 2 shots, they're letting the player come in because of the stoppage in play.
Marcus Jean-Jacques scoreless so far here in the second half. He hits the first free throw. He had 10 first half points to lead both teams. He now has 11. Players will fill in the spots on the lane and we'll get the second shot. He hits them both. Jean-Jacques has been good at the line
Nice soft touch.
in this game. Just a sophomore. Played a lot last year for Arlington. Jean-Jacques with the steal. 4-on-1 for the Ponders. Jean-Jacques, I think he tried to make
nice play. He tried to do a little bit of an alley-oop to Ho.
I think he did, and Dylan McLaughlin made a nice defensive play there. Arlington unable to convert on a 4-on-1 break because of the good defense by Woburn. Oh, nice little entry pass there by Chiodo.
Yep.
And causing the lay-in for Jake Picarda.
Jake got away with shooting that on the right hand. You got to shoot that on the left side, left-handed.
Spy Pond is still holding on to a double-digit lead. It's 36-26 with 4:50 to go. And now extending that lead is Rowan Paoletti Newton for 3.
Good-looking shot.
He can shoot it. I mentioned earlier he hit 41 three-pointers last year, and it's going to be a very important part of the Arlington offense. Now
So-
Burns quickly picks up that third foul.
Yeah, and you have your starting center guarding someone 20 feet away from the basket, trying to get a steal. He's got to learn to just use his feet, just use his quickness.
Timmy Burns started every game last year at center for the Spy Ponders. He's going to be the quarterback for Arlington football should we have a football season. And again, another COVID thing. There's a 4th high school sports season, and that's when a lot of the teams are going to attempt to play football. Nice strong lay-in there by McLaughlin.
Arlington doesn't have the numbers, but
Hess with the finger roll, couldn't get it. Ho up strong.
I'll tell you, Ho is he's been a monster down there in the block. Nice job.
So athletic. Runs cross country, plays volleyball. He's going to be one of the key players for Arlington in transition because of his athleticism. This time Arlington unable to go, but that was great by Gene Jock. He pretended he was going to go back out and reset the offense. Instead, he went to the hole. Couldn't get the layup. 3-pointer by Newton Paoletti, no. And Woburn will take a timeout.
Miles Hess calling for the ball in that possession. He was open for a 3, but Arlington got a good look.
Yeah, Paoletti Newton, he can shoot it. He's got a nice stroke, and I'm not going to be too disappointed anytime he takes a shot. So timeout called by Woburn. They used their 2nd of their 5 allotted timeouts. I know in some of the youth programs they've changed the timeout rule, but I don't think that's changed at the high school level. I think you're still entitled to 5 full timeouts in the MIAA Federation rules. And Coach Sullivan talking to his guys now, as is Coach Woods. The officials are having a little conference, and that's probably something you're going to see a lot too. The officials will probably be having a lot of conferences during these dead ball times to discuss different mechanics and scenes and scenarios that they're seeing for the first time.
Yep, you mentioned earlier, not really seeing kids without the masks on, which is great. You see them trying to take little peeks here and there where they can catch their breath, but yeah, just a different game.
3:38 remaining, 3rd quarter. Opponents matching their largest lead of the game at 13 points. A little move there. It was challenged by Arlington. Again, Arlington looking for the fast break. And ball's out of bounds, Woburn ball. That's another funny thing of having basketball now before football season. Usually it's the other way around. And a lot of times some of these, these players that are great athletes that play multiple sports, they might have got a little banged up during football season. They need some recovery time to get ready for the basketball season, or, you also take a chance that maybe you lose a good player for the season to a football injury. It's backwards this year where you have basketball before football.
Arlington knocks it out of bounds. Woburn gets it on the side.
23 on the shot clock, 3:15 remains in the 3rd quarter. Arlington 41, Woburn 28.
That's going to be a steal, no?
Jaden Williams, who just checked back into the Arlington lineup, almost made that steal. Good challenge by Ho on a closeout on the 3. Luke McGinty is
called for a travel.
Yeah.
Good sportsmanship. Woburn helping the Arlington player up.
Unfortunately,
I don't know if you should be doing that.
That's discouraged this year, quite honestly. But yeah, it's tough for some of these players to not do what they're used to doing.
Yep.
And as you mentioned, good sportsmanship.
I mean, if you're Woburn, I guess, do you go for 3s? Arlington's interior defense has been really solid. A lot of help.
Here's Chiodo again, mask half off, pull-up jump shot, no good. Jaden Williams comes away with it for Arlington. Paoletti Newton faked the 3, got it to Ho. Ho fakes, comes up under, kicks it back out to Paoletti Newton for 3. It's going to be short. Woog McGinty back in the Arlington lineup. He's there for another offensive rebound. Williams got hit, and Chiodo will be called for the foul.
Yep.
Coach Sullivan yelling out, how many steps does he get? And as you remember, Coach Sullivan already has 1 technical. I'm trying to remember if they changed that seatbelt rule.
I think they did, because he's been up a bunch, and I thought back in the day if you got a technical, you weren't allowed, unless it was a spontaneous play, to be able to get up and coach. But
I think they might have taken that out. Paoletti Newton, that's a tough shot, pull-up jump shot from the side. Woog McGinty.
Oh, McGinty's just 2 offensive rebounds there.
Jaden Williams fakes. He goes to the basket. He puts it in off the window. Beautiful shot, Jaden Williams.
Woburn, might be time to call a timeout and regroup. 15-point lead, the largest of the day.
Chiodo.
That's going to be Arlington ball.
Yeah, Chiodo with great ball skills out here, but too much dribbling and great defense by Gene Jock, and a turnover forced.
I mean, I guess if you are Woburn, what do you say in the timeout? Arlington's quicker.
Marcus Jean Jacques checks out of the Arlington lineup. Luca Ruggiero back in. Miles Hess back into the Ponder lineup as well. Hess has been somewhat quiet offensively, only has a half dozen. And there's Chioda again. Chioda's just got active hands, and sometimes, you just try to see what you can get away with. And he's got called for a couple of reach-in fouls the last couple of seconds here. And as a matter of fact, that's his fourth. So he's got his hand caught in the cookie jar at least 4 times that we know of. So he'll take a seat on the bench. I don't think we'll probably see him till the fourth quarter.
Just under 2 minutes.
Arlington by 15. Woburn with only 4 third quarter points. Arlington with 11. 15 on the shot clock. Ho fakes, drives.
Ho traveled.
Travel violation.
Yep. A little bit excited. He knew what he wanted to do. Wanted to fake the shot, then go for the drive, and a little bit of happy feet there.
Minute 42 remaining third quarter.
Arlington full court defense too. Full court press.
A little bit different from the first half. Neither team really in any foul trouble. Arlington has committed only 1 team foul in the third quarter. Woburn with 3. 3-point shot, no good. Ruggiero with the rebound, pivots out of traffic. Arlington looking to push. Here's Miles Hess. Fake the pass. Now he does pass it inside to Dennis Ho. Last touched by Dennis. It will be Woburn ball. I believe this will be a timeout called by Arlington. Minute 18 to go. Third quarter. Spy Ponders by 15. Wondering if Coach Woods is, you see maybe coaches use these timeouts late in quarters, figured you get this little minute break, play a minute and 18 seconds, and then between the third and fourth quarters, players are going to get another 2-minute rest.
Yeah, I think this is a real smart timeout because he's basically saying, hey, we're up 15. Play like it's a tie game, but we have a 15-point lead. Don't get crazy. Don't do things out of what you were normally doing. I'm really impressed with the help defense Arlington's had inside the paint.
And as good as the defense was in the first half, it's been incredible here in the third quarter, holding Woburn to just 4 points. Almost 6:42 into it, minute 18 to go.
I'd like to give a shout out to Tyler Joseph, who's watching on his iPad.
Big Arlington High fan.
Yep, watches all the games on the iPad. Justin Young Phelan as well. 2 up-and-comers.
I believe it's Justin Phelan Young. So it will be Woburn ball. As we mentioned, a minute 18 to go. Third quarter. Ponders up 15.
Good help, good help.
Williams able to recover. Now
excellent defense.
Yeah, it's been a defensive clinic here by the Ponders here tonight. Dennis
Should be a nice fast break layup by Ho. Puts it up and in. Nice job, Dennis.
And a timeout called by Woburn. Coach Sullivan very unhappy with that last sequence.
Yep.
But it was caused again by the good Arlington defense.
You know the other thing I'll say about this Arlington team, again being game 1, very, very unselfish. Other than there was one time where someone was calling for the ball and there was a jump shot instead. But other than that, unselfish on defense, unselfish passing, a lot of hustle, just great teamwork. I mean, if you're Coach Sullivan, you're basically saying, hey guys, just chip it down 2 points at a time. We can't get all 17 back at once. But sometimes that's tough to do as a high school player.
So Woburn checking into the lineup for the first time is number 33, Josh Freeman. Arlington continuing with the full court defense. They don't want to let Woburn back into this game. They want to keep this 17-point lead, take it into the fourth quarter, and then hopefully take it home from there. Great defense by Hess. He's 42 feet away from the basket. Tough shot.
Nice
challenged
help
by Ruggiero, yes.
Yep.
Now Hess looks like he's shaken up. I don't know if he caught an elbow or what, but he looks to be a little bit unsettled, but seems to be okay now. He's going to have to be. He's got to bring the ball up. With Jean Jacques not in the lineup
Jean
currently.
Jacques a nice rest, too.
About a 6-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Ruggiero fake the three, kicks it back out. Jaden Williams looks. Maybe
Got away with a little bit of a push there.
Forearm there. Ho.
Yep, they got to get Ho. And again, you don't mind that foul by Ho. Just trying to get an offensive rebound. Right away, he knew it.
Good call there by the official. 16 seconds remaining. Shot clock is off. Ho will check out of the Arlington lineup. Gene Jock's going to play these final 16 seconds, and then everybody will get that 2-minute break. Tozzolo out of the Woburn lineup. Back into the Woburn lineup. Bunch of substitutions. I think that's supposedly another one of the protocols where a team that wants to substitute, they're only supposed to send one player
to the table, and tell everyone to come on in.
Yep. That looks a little interesting when the team has multiple substitutions. 10 seconds to go, third quarter. Not a great play by Arlington's defense, but Ruggiero unable to come up with the loose ball. They had numbers. Could he have been able to maintain possession? But with 5.8 seconds to go, it'll be Woburn ball on the sideline.
Yeah, if you're Woburn, you had a nice look at the three there, and they passed that up and tried to make the pass. Got away with it.
Let's see if Arlington can hold on for these final 6 seconds. Chiodo back into the Woburn lineup, makes a nice entry pass, putting it up near the buzzer, and now at the buzzer for Woburn is number 34, Brett Tozzolo. Tozzolo will get the basket at the horn and will go into the third quarter intermission. The score at the end of 3 is Arlington 45 and Woburn 30. Arlington outscoring Woburn 13-6 in that third quarter. I believe Arlington has outscored Woburn in every quarter. Actually, the second quarter was even, 16 each. So the Spy Pawners with a 15-point lead. The home opener, can't even call it the 2020-21 season because all the games are in 21 due to the rescheduling. Again, they break out a new basketball, sanitize the one that was just in there in case they need to bring that one back into the game. We'll have our 2-minute break, and then we'll resume action in the fourth quarter. Neither team in any particular foul trouble here entering the fourth quarter.
So if I'm a shooter, I want to take the first shot of the quarter, and if it doesn't go in, just tell the coach, I think there's a little bit too much lubrication on the ball. Yeah. Too much hand sanitizer, coach.
Yeah, they gotta.
I'd say overall, good job by the officials. Kept it under control. Let some ticky-tack things go. Coach Sullivan might not agree with us.
We know of one call he didn't agree with, that's for sure.
Fourth quarter action.
Don Phelan along with Kevin Phelan. Kevin Wetmore is our producer, director, camera person today.
Layup. Oh. A little strong on the layup. That could be rust.
Woog McGinty with yet another rebound.
Yeah, I like McGinty's game. Sets a nice screen. He had a roll.
Hess for three. No. Woog McGinty again keeping it alive. He tried to just tap it out because he couldn't really get to it himself.
Yeah, I think he expected someone to be at that area too.
Now Woog McGinty will check out of the lineup, replaced by Henry Burns. Burns has had a tough opening night due to his foul trouble. He's got 3 fouls, and that's limited his playing time, unfortunately. Here's Chiodo for Woburn. He's playing with 4. Great double team by Arlington. Great
nice
pass.
pass.
Gene Jock.
He's got to get called for the travel. He had the baby steps.
That's a good call.
That's tough to give it to your big man 17 feet away from the basket with people around him. But again, an unselfish play. Right idea.
Dennis Ho back into the Ponder lineup. Dennis Ho's got the 2 different color sneakers going. So I wonder if he has another pair just like it.
So if you look, Arlington might have their starting 5 in there.
They do. No, except for Jaden Williams is in there.
So 15-point lead, 7 minutes to go, and coach is saying, hey, this game's not over.
Nope.
Which it isn't.
Arlington dressing 12 players. I think there's limits on how many players you can dress now, too.
Oh, nice steal.
Play by Hess. Jaden Williams, he's just going to go strong and lay it in. Chiodo couldn't take a chance there. He's playing with 4 fouls, so...
Another steal.
Arlington unable to come up with it. But again, active hands by the Spy Pawners, a lot of deflections. And that's what Coach Woods wants. To the basket, left-hand shot, no good. Rebound put back up, no. And again, the snake-bitten Burns will pick up yet another foul.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I might have on the rebound, but they let the Woburn player get the rebound and go back up, and at that point I thought it should have been a no call.
Burns picks up his team's fourth. See how Coach Woods plays this. You know, you don't want Woods to foul out. There's only 6:43 left, but at the same time, you might need him down the stretch if Woburn is able to cut into this at all. Woburn trailing by 17. I believe this is Arlington's largest lead of the game. And Woburn comes up empty at the line.
Well, looks like Woburn's going into a 2-3 defense now. First time we've seen the zone.
I think this could help Arlington. Arlington can kind of milk some clock and get some good shots off. They got good outside shooters. Phelan Newton's not in there, though, for Arlington. It might be a factor, but Hess is, and Hess can't hit the three. Good possession, though, for Arlington. They worked the ball around, used up some shot clock, got off a good shot. Miles Hess, a great three-point shooter. Arlington's got some three-point shooters. And going to the basket there is Chiodo, and I believe that's his first basket of the game.
Nice finish.
And I think Coach Woods, realizing that Woburn is in zone, he's going to get Rowan Phelan Newton back into that game.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he didn't call a timeout even and just kind of settle his troops.
Arlington's best three-point shooter on the sideline right now. Nice entry pass there, try to get it to Ho. Ball stolen by the Tanners. The Tanners trying to hang around, trying to cut into this Arlington lead. They trail by 15. Steal by Arlington. 3-on-1 break. Jaden Williams up. No. They're going to get Joe Gattuso with a reach and foul. 2 shots will come up for Jaden Williams.
Joe's trying to plead his case, but that was clearly a foul.
Looks like Aiden Woog-McGinty will also come back in the Arlington lineup. Phelan Newton will have to wait. He's going to be substituting for the shooter.
So again, getting back to that 2-3 zone, you wonder how much Arlington's seen it, if they're practicing it, on their own time or not.
Yeah, that's another thing I'm curious about is, how teams are going to prepare for other teams. I don't know if they're going to have an agreement with all the teams to send game film, because you can't probably send a scout to any game. There's no fans allowed. 3-point shot there. Nice looking shot by the big man, Tizzolo, for 3. He's leading the way for Woburn now with 7 points. And the Spy Pawners find themselves up by 14 with 5:09 remaining fourth quarter. Woburn checks out of the zone and back into man-to-man.
Travel there. If you're Woburn, you're just trying to say, geez, let's get it to single digits. Just cut it to under 10.
Arlington continues with their man-to-man defense. Under 5 remaining in the game. Good drive there, but unable to finish is McLaughlin. Arlington with some numbers. Jean-Jacques lays it in. Quiet second half for Marcus Jean-Jacques. He's got 4 second half points, 14 for the game. Leading scorer for both teams.
Just playing a solid game, though.
Spy Pawners lead at 51-35. Ooh, Phelan Newton almost had a steal. McLaughlin to the hole, throws it up with the left hand, no. And I wonder who's there taking the charge. If you had to take a guess, who would you predict?
I know who it is already.
And that, good for Woog-McGinty. Gets up and instead of showing that he maybe took a good hit, he does a couple of push-ups. And
so that play is a classic example. If it was on the other side of the court, you might have gotten an argument by Coach Sullivan, because it looked like Arlington got away with a reach-in, but then clearly after the reach-in there was an offensive foul. And look at Dennis Ho. When they say that he does it all,
there you go.
I'm surprised this isn't McGinty doing this.
Yeah, McGinty, he looks like he could be a little bit shaken up over there on the Arlington bench. He took a pretty good shot there telling his teammates he's okay.
When's the last time you saw one of the players cleaning up the court like that? Good job.
And the Woburn bench giving him an ovation for it, no less.
2021.
Talk about sportsmanship. So Arlington will inbound the ball. 51-35 Spy Ponders. It's been an impressive performance here tonight by Arlington, especially defensively. Gene Jock's going to take a floater. Tough shot off the window, no. Rebound fought for. We've been able to come up with it. 3-point shot.
Short.
Short. Comes right back to the shooter.
Oh, nice lefty. Asking for a foul as well. Nice left hand.
Joe
finish.
Gattuso did a nice job. You young players out there at home, sometimes you know best where that shot is going. And if they don't box you out, go for that rebound. He did. He picked it up, and then he laid it in. Halfway through the fourth quarter, Arlington holding on to that 14-point lead. They led by 15 coming into this quarter. Paoletti Newton for 3. Hess might have gone over the back, but he's maybe won a case where he was just a taller player getting the rebound over a shorter player. Gene Jock for 3. No. Nice. That's a nice box
Great
out
box
there
out
by Dylan McLaughlin, keeping the taller Hess away from that rebound. And now here's Gattuso again going strong with the left hand. Count the basket. And Joe Gattuso will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, that's a nice job of, again, I've said this before, but absorbing the contact and then finishing the play. I believe with the left hand.
He's had a back-to-back left-handed baskets for Gattuso. And he'll go to the line now, try to cut into the Arlington lead. 51-39 Ponders make it 51-40 Ponders. And as Kevin mentioned, Woburn wants to get it to single digits. Coming up on the 3-minute mark, they're going to have to make their move sooner rather than later. And now good defense there. Chiodo is so aggressive defensively. Arlington comes up empty.
If Woburn scores here, you might see a timeout.
Especially if it's a 3. Here is his 3. No, that would have been a chance really for Woburn to stay in this game had he made that 3. Here's Chiodo, kicks it out. Gattuso gonna take a little pull-up floater, and he hits.
Timeout.
I think Woburn took the timeout.
Called the timeout. That did Arlington the favor, but nice job cutting it to 9. And the team in black shirts looks like the team in white shirts for most of the game. A lot more hustle, a lot more aggressiveness, and that's been the difference. The team that's been more aggressive has gotten better play.
Yeah, Gattuso has been really aggressive here in these last couple of minutes. He has 6 consecutive points for the Tanners, and Arlington's lead is now 51-42. And yeah, I think Coach Woods may have thought about taking a timeout. It's always been an Arlington philosophy from Coach Bowler down to Coach Woods. They don't like to take negative timeouts. So, but sometimes you just have to, because Woburn has cut what was once a 15-point lead down to 9.
I believe we got it up to 17.
17 even, and now it's down to 9. So I think Coach Woods may have used a timeout there, even though he would not like to.
Yep.
And here's an example of what Coach Sullivan just did. Is he sees his team getting all these points, he takes a positive reinforcement timeout. The only negative for Coach Sullivan in this case is that's his 4th timeout. He only has 1 left, and if Woburn can continue to cut into this lead, sometimes you need those timeouts to stop the clock at the end of the game.
Sure.
But he felt it was in his best interest to reward his team with a little bit of a break, talk them up more, maybe change defense, confuse Arlington a little bit. And
the other thing you're telling your players is, hey, we're in this.
Yeah, Woburn's going to try to steal this game, and it's up to Arlington to not let them. It's been all Arlington all night. They've led from the get-go, but now they're going to find themselves in a dogfight. And, from Coach Wood's perspective, maybe not a bad thing either. Let's see the mettle of his team in a tight game, which once was not. Arlington with 4 of their 5 starters in the game, with Jaden Williams being the lone exception. Williams dump pass into
nice
Burns.
pass.
Burns got hammered, and I think that's Chiodo, and that's going to be all for Chiodo. Now, Chiodo didn't score a lot. I think he only had 2 points, but aggressive defense.
Yep, the table's telling them that's 5.
Ball handling, passing, but it's going to be really tough for Woburn to get back all the way without the services of their starting point guard. Chiodo
I think he tried to hide.
Reluctantly doesn't want to leave, but he only gets 20 seconds. And this has been a long 20 seconds. They need to replace Michael Chiodo. And it will be number 4, Will Kupris, to replace him.
It may not show in the box score, but he helped his team get back in this thing.
Henry Burns at the line. 2-shot foul. And the first free throw is good. Burns with his first point of the game. 2:32 remaining. Arlington back up by double digits, 52-42. Team foul number 6 on Woburn, so Arlington will be in the bonus for the duration of the game. Arlington themselves committed only 5 team fouls, so they have one more to give. Burns makes both free throw. Clutch shooting there by the senior tri-captain to increase the Arlington lead. 3-point shot for the corner is good, and that's been a couple 3-point shots for Tizzolo.
Woburn called timeout there. Again, you can't hear the whistle all the way up here sometimes. It's a hand whistle.
It is a timeout. Woburn, and my records show that that is Woburn's 5th and final timeout.
I'm not sure I'm taking that timeout. You cut it to 8.
They cut it to 8.
Play some hard defense.
2:21 to go. And that's been, he's a decent-sized kid, Brett Tizzolo, but he's hit a couple of threes. He has 10 points on the game, 6 of them coming via the 3-point shot.
Good-looking 3-point shot there, too.
So we got an 8-point Arlington lead. Arlington still has 4 timeouts remaining. Woburn is out.
Next foul on Woburn. Arlington will be shooting 1-and-1.
Arlington breaks the huddle with Marcus Jean Jacques, Jaden Williams, Dennis Ho, Henry Burns, and Miles Hess.
The inbounder will be able to run the baseline if he needs to as a made basket.
Woburn comes out super aggressive. Arlington able to break the press relatively easily.
So now if you're Woburn, you don't want to foul. Not this possession.
Well, they're going to take that
And on
foul
cue,
after all. Yeah, I guess if you're going to go that route, you may as well take it with 29 seconds on the shot clock rather than 20. That puts Arlington in the bonus. The officials are pointing to the sideline. I don't think they're aware that that is team foul number 7 on Woburn, resulting in a 1-on-1 for Arlington.
And Gene Jacks has shown a nice shot at the free throw line, too, so I don't know if I wanted to foul him. I know I don't want to foul him.
Well, it's always key when you have a 1-on-1 to hit that first one, because they don't give you the second one unless you do. Gene Jacques, big point there, gets it up to trying to make it a 4-score game. Unable to. Arlington up by 9, coming up on the 2-minute mark remaining, 4th quarter.
That's a layup.
Oh. Good drive there, no, but the follow-up by Tizzolo. So Tizzolo's been the man here between him and Gattuso, coming alive, each with a dozen for the Tanners. Arlington by 7. Of course, still a 3-possession game. Gene Jacques try to kick it to Ho in the corner. Good hands there by Gattuso.
That's a 3.
3-point attempt from the corner is around the rim and out. Rebound, put up, lefty, no.
Oh, tough shot. All right, if you Woburn now, you got to think about fouling early.
Lucas Maya unable to convert on the missed shot. Would have cut the lead down to 5. Jaden Williams fakes, baseline drive, kicks it back out. Arlington wants to use up clock here, and none of the fouls taken by Woburn. As Dylan McLaughlin picks it up, Arlington leads 54-47. Minute 16 to go.
I'll tell you, Woburn got a good look at that 3-pointer. That would have cut it to a 4-point lead.
Absolutely. And even better look was Lucas Maya with the follow-up with the left hand. At least could have cut it to 5. Hess at the line, 1-on-1, unable to hit the front end. 7-point game. Certainly not over. Minute 11 to go. Here's Gattuso. Switches it up. Switch from the left to the right. Count the basket. Joe Gattuso to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
Did they call that on Burns?
I think they called it on 10. Miles Hess, his 3rd, I believe. 5th on the team. He finishes the 3-point play. 15 on the afternoon for
Timeout.
Gattuso. 4-point game. Still over a minute to go, minute 6. And it seems like Woburn trying to commit. It certainly looked like Gattuso was trying to commit that foul, yet when they called it, he looked surprised.
Yeah, I thought that was a smart foul, too.
Smart foul and thought obvious.
I guess the one thing you could say is when you have a double team like that, do you want a foul versus having a double team and maybe he travels?
Hess unable to hit the front end. Burns tried to get the offensive rebound. Burns lucky that in his hustle he didn't get called for a little bump there. Here's Gattuso. This guy's been hitting the threes in the corner and said he takes it to the hole strong. No rebound fought for. And
Dennis Ho with a strong rebound. That's a big rebound.
Oh, great situation there for the Ponders as Woburn had a couple of chances and they couldn't convert. Arlington comes up with it and now Coach Woods takes his time out. I think this got to be a little bit closer than Coach Woods would have liked. Still anybody's game, 54-50. Arlington with 44.6 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we just watched the replay there, and little finger roll, and if that thing doesn't roll the wrong way, it's a 2-point game.
Dennis Ho yet with another rebound for Arlington to come away with that and force the Woburn foul. Well, upcoming foul after the timeout, I'm sure. Arlington's going to have to do a good job here getting the ball in the hands of the right players and hit these free throws. The next free throw for Woburn will be their 10th, so Arlington will be in the double bonus from here on in, so they won't have to hit that first one to get the second one going forward. But I'm sure Woburn's going to go with the strategy of fouling. Again, early in the season, players haven't had that much practice time, and you know if you can extend this game if you're Woburn with the foul, they're certainly going to do it.
The one strike against Woburn, I would say, is Marcus Jean-Jacques is playing like a senior, and Arlington has nine of their 12, I believe, are seniors, so an experienced team. And like you said, this is a nice little test.
Yeah, the only non-senior Arlington's lineup right now is Jaden Williams, number 3. And Jean-Jacques. 2 sophomores, 3 seniors, all good shooters out there for Arlington right now, too. I think Arlington would like to get the ball in the hands of Paoletti Newton, who, like I said, mentioned earlier, shot 85%. This is the guy I'm sure Woburn would like to foul. Jaden Williams, a sophomore, and hasn't been to the line that many times like Jean-Jacques has been, so there'll be a little pressure on him. And again, the first free throw will be taken without players on the lane. So let's see what Jaden Williams can do at the line here. Big situation for the Ponders. Short on the first one. Players will fill in the lanes, and Jaden Williams will get his second free throw.
Yeah, this is what you want. You want Ho on that line versus Jean-Jacques just for the, you want to try to get that rebounder.
Yeah, but Arlington, no fouls to waste. Second free throw, no good. 35 seconds to go. Arlington up by just 4. Maya fakes the 3, goes with the Euro step, spins it up there. No. Ho with yet another rebound. Jean-Jacques fell down. Now he's up. Dribbles through the pressure. Arlington trying to dribble this one out. Now here's the foul taken by Woburn. So 54-50 Arlington, 17.6 seconds to go. And Rowan Paoletti Newton at the line for 2.
Well, I'll tell you, Woburn has had a couple nice looks that just rolled the other way.
And again, Dennis Ho was the man to come up with the defensive rebound for the Ponders. Paoletti Newton, no on the first one.
I think Coach Woods will be having him practice free throws after this game.
Yeah, Arlington has missed a few here down the stretch. No good on that one either. Hess keeps it alive, though, for the Ponders. Great job there by Miles Hess. The only negative is you run the risk of being called for an over-the-back foul.
I think, I'm not sure if Coach Sullivan's yelling at his players or the referees, but in any case, that's really unexcusable to let Arlington get that rebound.
Missed opportunity for Woburn, as they could have possessed that rebound on the missed free throw and chopped in the Arlington lead. Paoletti Newton misses the first free throw.
14.2, Arlington by 4. If you're Woburn, you got to box out. That's the first job.
There it is. Arlington hits one there. 5-point lead, 14 to go. And again, this is where Woburn does not have any timeout. So if they score with less than 5 seconds to go, the game will be over.
You don't need a 3, but at this point,
Three-point shot there is no good. Again, Ho with yet another rebound. Gene Jock ahead of the pack. He throws it down, but it will not count. He gets the Arlington bench all fired up with a dunk at the horn, but it will not count.
Would have liked to have seen that one in the first quarter.
I'll tell you, it just goes to show you the conditioning that he has to be able to throw that thing down after playing, of the 32 minutes, Gene Jock probably played 28 of them. And he's going to be our ACMi player of the game, Marcus Gene Jock, with 15 points. Let's run down the scoring for Woburn. Michael Chioda with 2, Lucas Meyer with 5, Will Kupris with 2, Dylan McLaughlin with 5, Joe Gattuso with 15, Jake Pacoda with 4, Brett Tizzola with 12, Ron McPhee did not score. For Arlington, got a great game tonight, Kevin, from Dennis Ho. 12 points, rebounds, played a great game. Jaden Williams with 5, Marcus Gene Jock, 15, the high point man for the Ponders. Miles Hess with 6, Henry Burns with 2. Aiden Woog McGinty, we'll talk about him in a moment, no points, but just played an all-around great game for Arlington. Rowan Paoletti Newton with 9, Luca Ruggiero with 4. And the Spy Ponders win at 55-50. Kevin?
That's a classic example. Woog McGinty, 0 points, such an impact on the game. So you don't have to score to make a big impact. And I'll tell you, he, between his hustle, his picking, his rebounds, great game. And again, not in the scorebook, but I'll take that performance any day if I'm Coach Woods.
So coming up for the Spy Ponders, they play on Saturday, January 9th at Woburn at 12 o'clock. On Saturday, January 16th at Lexington at 12:30. Our next home telecast will be on Monday, January 18th, when the Minutemen of Lexington High School come into the Kozlowski Gymnasium. So it'll be a while before we talk to you. But again, Happy New Year to everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy. For my partner, Kevin Phelan, our cameraman, producer, director, Kevin Wetmore, I'm Don Phelan. The final score here from the Kozlowski Gymnasium, Arlington 55, Woburn 50.
I've seen way too many of those bloopers where the guy